From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see, I noticed.
Does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. 11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in, and he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 3. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You look at this Browns defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. The Bengals at 14-2 heading into this final week. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
Here we go.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
11. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's free to midfield. Nick Chubb racing to the end zone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Stop.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
1-1, ready?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Gun.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
They'll run with Mixon, and he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Watson now to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
We're set.
Watson on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
11 Thomas.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Burley.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
Here we go.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
12.
Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
11 MT, Tate. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11. 11 MT. 11. Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Touchdown! T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Watson. Flushed out right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 5.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they have regained the lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
12.
This time they stay on the ground. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
11. Thomas. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Here we go. Mighty. 12. Start.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And running with power here. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the...
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes...
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback to...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, 33 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Bengals 15.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Chubb.
is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Watson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
11 MT tank. 11.
And now they'll shift things around. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the end zone, it's Strong. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. First down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson, off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Chubb on the read option. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them.
Here we go.
Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
11 MT. 11 MT.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 61 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. That's caught. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, it's Strong. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield. A give running right is Chubb. And And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 161 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. On first down, it's Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Now Burrow going to change things up.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a timeout, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now 2nd and 3. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. On 4th down, Watson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
That's defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And again, it's Chubb. There he goes, right side. Nick Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. 56 yards. And the Browns strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead.
44. Bengals 37.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on against the end, will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin the slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness.